Do you know the meaning of the enemy of my enemy is my friend? Or in this case, there are snakes in the grass.
Who would have thought in the fight against censorship, gamers and feminists would actually unite and fight against it together hand in hand, which is an astonishing fact, at least for the past 10 years, because gamers and feminist organizations like Feminist Frequency have been fighting a bitter fight to grasp control of the gaming industry. Now that struggle between two organizations is taking a swift change of unition because there's a greater threat out there.
Before I let Wagner knows why I continue, think about this for a second. There is a limitation when it comes to the enemy of my enemy. Now let's just say Collective Shout and all these censorship, government censorship and all that, which including Visa and MasterCard, are finished. What happens after that? That is something we had to take into account. Yes, for the time being, regardless whether your political beliefs either on left, right, center, we all have one goal that is aligned right now. The payment processors, Visa and MasterCard, are being pressured by activist group and governments to censor anything they don't like. Doesn't matter what it is, pro-Russia, pro-Ukraine, pro-Israel, pro-Palestine, whatever it is.
I'm talking about are the new activist organizations that are more in line with what we saw in the 90s. Activist organizations that don't simply want to change the perception of what gaming can be. No, they just want to eliminate gaming as a whole. And that's what we're seeing right now, specifically in the gaming industry. We're seeing a new age of censorship dawn in the gaming industry. And specifically, gamers are fighting back against this tide of censorship because the new censorship is not like your old censorship. The new censorship are coming from different and more mature activist organizations. Organizations like Collective Shout. We're getting more restrictive laws like the UK's Online Safety Act. And we're seeing a growing wave of age verification requirements that are making it harder to just log in and play.
And don't forget, it turns out Discord somehow found a way to bypass it. How, you may ask? Death Stranding 2. Thank you, Hideo Kojima. You really helped us a lot. Hey, I may not have played either Metal Gear Solid game or a Death Stranded game. Which of these two games should I play first? Death Stranded or Metal Gear Solid? Which one do you recommend me? Say it in the comments. I respect Kojima. That photo mode, somebody have tested. And it's proven, okay? PC Gamer, just prove it. Who's to say that women aren't gonna do the same thing with Stellar Blade? Think about that, folks.
Needing to upload your ID and verify your age just to jump into an online match to access certain content. And it's not just the UK, this stuff is spreading everywhere across multiple countries. And that's why we're seeing this twist now. Former gaming critics like Anita Sarkessian from the Gamergate era are now stepping up to defend gamers against this overreach. Is this a sign of unity in the industry or a red flag? Regardless, we have a new age of censorship and there's things that gamers need to do to fight back against it.
Let me be clear one thing again. It doesn't matter whether you're left, right, center, or even pro-Israel, pro-Palestine, pro-Russia, pro-Ukraine, whatever it is, this censorship, it will censor anybody. Doesn't matter who you are, whether you are Israel, Palestine, Russia, Ukraine, blacks, Hispanic, or even the LGBTQ community. Doesn't matter who you are, it will come for you. Don't get too comfortable, folks.
First of all, we need to talk about the activist organization at the core of these new censorship laws. They're not like the Gamergate era censors. These people are like the 90s censors, where they hate gaming at its core. They're not trying to infiltrate gaming like Gamergate was with Anita Sarkessian and Zoe Quinn, who were trying to make games but couldn't make good games or trying to have some sort of job in gaming. This is not the case. These people want to literally erase gaming. And I think that is the thing that we're seeing a difference here with this Australian-born Collective Shout. This feminist organization has been around for years, campaigning against the objectification of women and sexualization of girls in gaming and advertising entertainment. They sound noble, but recently they've turned their sights on gaming in a big way, and it's sparking massive backlash. Collective Shout isn't just going after game developers like the Gamergate era, Anita Sarkessian and Zoe Quinn and Feminist Frequency. No, they're not doing the Sweet Baby Inc. method of trying to infiltrate these organizations and consult. No, they're doing something even more nefarious and likely smarter. Instead, they've been pressuring payment processors like Visa and MasterCard to stop handling transactions for distributors of games they don't like. And then we're seeing a fallout of that happen in the indie industry, where indie gaming marketplaces like itch.io had to remove over 17,000 games after they got complaints from Visa and MasterCard saying they're going to withhold processing payments for any of the content that they're selling.
Dude, imagine if you're an indie developer and you have to put up this BS. Seriously, Collective Shout, are you that butthurt? They are so butthurt. You wanna know what happens? They lock down LinkedIn. Besides their Twitter, they also lock down their LinkedIn. Yeah, LinkedIn, which I'm 100% certain they erase everything. That's right. You better run, Collective Shout. So I challenge you. Try censor someone who has enough money and resources to bury you. I challenge you.
Does this matter to games? It's not just about spicy games. This is something that this organization wants to extend to games like Tomb Raider, Lara Croft, Halo, Cortana. These people want to censor more than just adult games. They want to censor gaming as a whole, and that's why this is setting a precedent where you can erase parts of the gaming industry based on these tactics. And that's why gamers are angry at Collective Shout, because Collective Shout has been publicly saying and taking credit for the changes that have been happening in the gaming industry. Even the mainstream media is covering their whole process of deleting games and how they're going to go even harder and further for more even regular games like GTA 6.
Everyone from Anita Sarkessian, Zoe Quinn, PC Gamer, I don't think IGN is covering this. I'm not certain if Laura Fryer is covering this. I'm probably certain she is aware. PC Gamer also covered this, and they also says that Discord, even though they have an age verification by the photo mode, guess what? That thing's already been bypassed. Thank you, Hideo Kojima. Also, this is also going to affect VTubers, because VTubers, YouTube will suddenly think VTubers mostly are kids. And this is going to be a problem for people who use VTubers. And most importantly, it's going to be based on what you watch, because let's just say I watch a commentary video and then I watch a let's play such as Kingdom Hearts or even Wu-Chang Fall on Feathers. So the AI is going to get a mix. It will have a hard time determine whether I'm 18 and above or not. That's for a viewer's perspective, okay? For a creator, well, that's gonna be another issue. So I'm probably worried about this.
For more even regular games like GTA 6, and this is kind of the mindset you have to have about the situation where these activists are going full-fledged censorship on gaming right now, and there's going to be no restrictions. These people are kind of like the angry cat moms that want to enforce their own personal values across the whole world because they feel like their child is going to be affected by you, so you need to be censored. And that is the logic of the 90s censorship campaigns, where it's just, hey, my child might see this, so this has to be banned across the world. And that's what we see with these old school aunties right now that are part of Collective Shout, where they want to impose their will onto the entire gaming audience, and they don't care about gaming at all. At least the Gamergate era had some care or concern of actually controlling gaming. Even though they didn't play games, they saw a value in gaming that needs to be controlled. These people just want to straight up eliminate gaming. They're both bad, but this is worse. And I think that's what we're seeing right now with the changes stances of some of the people that were part of Gamergate, because they have a different moral standard. Their moral standard is still low, but it's a difference between what we're seeing right now with Collective Shout and, of course, the UK safety laws.
Okay, I think Trump has already called this out. Seriously, Keir Starmer, I can't even say his name. Englandar, what on earth are you doing? To all my viewers who are from the UK, I feel sorry for you, everyone. You have my sympathy, and you don't deserve that kind of prime minister, okay? I think the only thing you can do now is share the video. Not just my video, this video, Hypnotic, whoever you watch that covers censorship, such as this one, the UK online safety rules, share it. Make enough noise, Keir Starmer, whoever he is, can back off. And right now, US Congress is introducing two new laws, the Kids Online Safety Act and the Screen Act. I'm certain some of you are aware or not aware.
Safety laws are the even bigger problem for gamers right now, because of course it's government censorship. Just this last week, July 25th, 2025, the UK's Online Safety Act kicked in full force. The law being enforced by Ofcom requires websites and apps to protect children from harmful content by filtering it out and verifying users' ages. This sounds okay, but this is going after gamers specifically, where any platform with user-generated content like chats, messages, and forums like Xbox Live, Discord, and even Spotify has to implement highly effective age checks if there's any risk of a kid being exposed to adult material. For Xbox users in the UK, that means verifying your age with a passport, driver's license, and a credit card to access social features like chatting with your friends and joining parties. don't verify, you lose access to multiplayer lobbies, friends lists, and more, but you can still play single-player games, but single-player games are not the largest market in the world right now, like multiplayer games. And of course, this is being put in place to go against these adult websites, but it's going against the average gamer immediately after. And I think this is the thing that we always see with these laws, and that's why I'm always suspicious of the EU. I remember the Stop Killing Games movie. I'm like, these people hate you. You think they're going to give you something you actually want? And that's why we're seeing this EU age verification thing pop up, where they're trying to implement this across all platforms, and it's spreading like wildfire, where it's going to different apps, it's going to different countries itself. You see Australia imposing this on YouTube and other social media platforms. You see Albania doing the same, imposing this social media age restriction. You see the early stages of this in the United States.
You can disagree with me all you want. This kind of thing is not the government's issue. It is the parents' issue. These kids were exposed to this because, I don't know, parents are either too lazy or too stupid to handle their kids. My parents raised me well. And you wanna know what I got in return? I get to play my mature rated games such as House of the Dead and Resident Evil 4. I was in preschool when I first played House of the Dead. I was about 12 to 13 years old when I first played Resident Evil 4. And I mean the OG Resident Evil 4, okay?
Implement these laws, and this is just showing that similar laws are spreading worldwide, and they're trying to even limit the use of VPNs. This is the global age of censorship that a lot of gamers have been scared of, and now it's coming back. But of course, gamers are not going to just take this lying down. They're going to fight back, and that is what we're seeing right now, where gamers are taking the collective shout playbook, where they're sending massive petitions calling for an end to censorship. They're bombarding Visa and MasterCard with calls and emails, flipping the script on the activists. YouTubers and streamers are rallying with their own viral YouTube videos that are going against this. In the UK, communities are sharing VPN guidelines to bypass this situation. So gamers are shouting back. They're having their own mass campaigns. We're putting out the calls to every single segment of these censorship states, and we're trying to fight back. Who knows if it will be effective, but at least gamers are organized this time. I don't think we were as organized with Gamergate 1 in the 2010s and Gamergate 2 in the 2020s. Even though we basically won Gamergate 2, there's no real organization. But now there's organization, and there's kind of hope, because gamers are very highly influential. That's why the Sweet Baby Inks, the Anita Sarkessians are trying to take control of gaming, because they saw the influence. The problem with the new collective shouts, they don't care about the influence. They just want to destroy gaming because they feel like it will endanger their poor little boy or daughter. And I think that's the thing that we're seeing right now with the gaming industry. It's under attack by global censorship standards, and it's inviting people to come in with different viewpoints than gamers to actually have a similar stance, because we know the Anita Sarkessians, the Zoquins, these people, they don't like gaming as well. And that's what we hear from Anita Sarkessian's statement about collective shout, where she's going after them for their standards when it comes to adult work. And that's what her comment really is, where she's calling these people from collective shout old hags, and it's kind of reminiscent of what we see from a lot of these people that have these perspectives.
I think Anita Sarkessian should call them boomers, not old hag. I mean, yes, it could work. For now, at least, and I do mean for now, this is actually a fragile but uneasy alliance. Let's just say if collective shout and all these censorship laws and everything are kaput, finito. What happens after that? That's something you have to ask yourself this. Will the journalists or even Anita Sarkessian attack gamers, calling them racist, sexist, homophobes? Remember, the enemy of my enemy has a limitation. Yes, all of us may have aligned goals, which is of course collective shout, but what happens afterwards is another matter. But there's an old saying though, divided by politics, united by humanity. Hopefully we can keep it up.
Don't be so mean now.
Leave a like and subscribe if you want woke or anti-woke detected, or you just want to see me play games, or perhaps you like trending topics. Visit my second, third, and fourth channel up here or link in the description.